Today I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks and hacks that we have done for organizing this RV. A lot of these hacks actually came from organizing the fifth wheel we used to have, and then we took a lot of that stuff, moved it to the horse trailer, and now we've taken a lot of this stuff and moved it to the motorhome. So all this stuff I'm going to give you is stuff you can find in the darndest places. I'm also going to give you some hacks on ways to make everyday items a little more RV friendly. So come on, check them out. Okay, today I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks and hacks that we have done for organizing this RV. A lot of these hacks actually came from organizing the fifth wheel we used to have. We had that for 12 years. And then we took a lot of that stuff, we just simply moved it to the horse trailer, put it in there. It worked. And now we've taken a lot of this stuff, plus we've done some more improvements and moved it to the motorhome. So all this stuff I'm going to give you is stuff you can find in the darndest places. Find it at a Home Depot. You can find some of this stuff at Tractor Supply. You can find some of this stuff at Staples and Office Depot. A lot of office supplies, a lot of organization stuff that they have there you can use. Use in the RV, why not? You know, instead of organizing your drawers, you're organizing the cabinets and stuff. It works out great. And a lot of the stuff we bought that are like things that college kids would use to organize their spaces. That worked out great too. So come with me and I'm going to go show you what we've done. Maybe you can learn something from it. It'll give you a tip or a trick to help organize your RV. Yeah, you never know. Okay, we're going to start in the bedroom. Okay, organizing tip number 1. We have three cabinets with hanging rods. As you can see, Mike rarely uses his hanging rods. I do use some of my hanging rods. And then we have some drawers underneath. But since he doesn't use his hanging rods, he either piles his clothes up all over there. And now I bought this. It's 2 units. I wired them together up here, which you can barely see. I use black twisty ties, so he can put his hats up there. My hats are supposed to go there, but it sometimes falls on the floor. I'll stick him up there. But you can do t-shirts here. He puts his night clothes there. I have more t-shirts. He's got socks in here. He's got underwear in this one. I have nothing in that one right now. And I have bras and panties in this one. Yeah, swim trunks, yeah, belts, and I have socks. I stuck under here because it doesn't really reach in the bottom, but since it's fabric, it moves. I put my flip-flops here, another hat. He's got some interesting things down here. It works really, really well. It keeps us really organized. We bought this at Amazon, but I think you could probably buy it at a lot of different department stores and stuff. You just have to build the drawers, but that's pretty easy. You just kind of throw their stuff in there. So it's really not being used. Yeah. We bring our clothes back and forth, so he's got some of his stuff in here. So that's our number 1 organizing tip. It works really well. Organizing tip number 2. We have bunk beds. We have no kids, so this was pretty much useless space. We actually have an extra refrigerator freezer down here. It fits perfectly, and there's plugs over there, so we can plug it in. Then we have these. These are actually supposed to go in some sort of storage container that they have for kids for college. These things work really, really well. We have all kinds of things in here. We have extra paper towels. We got 2 heaters in here. We have all kinds of odds and ends. We have cleaner for the floors. Some bags. We have the rods for the refrigerator. We have an extra throw blanket. Mike has some of his camera stuff in here. We have one of these that usually stuff is on the vent out there, but we're using the vent right now. We have an extra cat crate that folds up. We have all kinds of goodies. We have foil. We have aluminum wrap. We got one of these Playmates back here. That way it works really great if we're going for a hike and we're driving somewhere and we can just stick our stuff in here. So that works out really well too. Yeah, we never do anything wrong. Never. We just keep moving it from RV to RV. A lot of this stuff has been in the horse trailer and it's also been in the fifth wheel. Okay. Alright, and then we have the bathroom. This bathroom is a little on the small side. I have no idea what to do with these things because it's such an odd shape. So it is what it is. As you can see, it's kind of packed. But in the shower, I finally found something that sticks to the wall and has not come off yet. And we've gone on several trips for a couple of years. And this thing is on the wall for good. It never moves. We get to keep our stuff up here. You don't find it on the floor after a travel day. So that's actually a wonderful thing. We bought that one on Amazon like 3 years ago. It's held up really well. And then there's the medicine cabinet. I don't know why they only put 2 shelves in this thing, but they do. Now, a lot of this stuff we have had since our fifth wheel, and that was like 20 years ago. We have these little containers that fit in here perfectly. They also fit perfectly in the fifth wheel medicine cabinet, and they also fit great in the horse trailer medicine cabinet. But that was a really weird shape. So we've just been using this stuff over and over again. This, as you may have guessed, is actually for pens and pencils and stuff like that. We actually got this at a place called Staples. That's big on the East Coast. You probably could find them also at Office Depot. It's really great because these items were not meant, but they're wonderful. They're not meant for RV use, but they're wonderful. Now we got this little clear box. I think I got that at Office Depot. As you can see now, everything's falling all over the place because I got something that's on the ground. Oh yes, the tweezers fell. All this stuff fits in here really nicely. And the more little storage units you have, the less they rock and roll. You won't have them falling out on you as soon as you stop after a travel day. Then we have a nice long. This is a clear. This is another one of those things you can buy at Office Depot or Staples. They're one of these racks that you put in the drawers to keep your stuff organized, but this thing works perfectly in here. Because the thing's only like that big. It's only 4 inches wide, and so was our fifth wheel's medicine cabinet. Though our horse trailer's medicine cabinet was triangle shaped, like half my hand. So, but seriously, measure it. But as you can see, this fits in here really nice. And then I just take like things like Benadryl, which we really like to use. Gas X and stick them back there. Then we have some taller items we just stuck in the corner. And then I got one of these things. This actually came for a group of like 3 or 4. This is actually for spices. But as you can see, it holds medicines, CBD, it holds our colognes, perfumes. And this is another one that I bought at Office Depot. Another drawer organizer, and of course, as you could guess, this is another one of those pencil paper. We keep cotton balls and Q-tips in here that we need to replace those. And then I have some taller items here. There's some vitamins. I have the emergency roll of toilet paper. When we run out, that is like the last resort. But we usually keep them in the closet that's over here. But as you can see, we have all kinds of stuff in here. And it's such a bizarre shape, you can't make a shelf for it because it curves in this way and then goes back. So weird. Anyone have any ideas of how to organize the shape? Leave me a comment. I'm still figuring out what I could possibly do. As you can see, it's a weird little shape. Yeah. And that's organizing tips for the medicine cabinet. Okay. Then we have our little itty bitty trash can. I think I bought this at, could be Target, I'm not really sure. But I think you can find this at any little place. So we keep we throw all our stuff in there. Now, we do something that some people love. This is a great idea. Other people say it's disgusting. We don't put our toilet paper down our toilet. We had issues with our fifth wheel. We had issues with a horse trailer. It would clog up the sensors. The toilet paper would never come out. It was just a freaking nightmare. So now we put all our used toilet paper in there. I take one of those garbage bags, the little ones that you get from like HEB, and the little plastic ones, and I put it as a liner. And so all you do is just pull out the liner with whatever is in it and tie it in a knot. Be done with it. So, and then these are more things that I've had since the fifth wheel. You got these two little square baskets, and we keep everything under the sun in here. We got gloves in here. I have and then a little hair dryer that I use to clean the refrigerator freezer. I have Skin So Soft. We have all kinds of stuff. And I have a bar in the back so it doesn't fall down where all those piping and tubes are. And we keep all our regular stuff over here. And we keep our unique digested stuff here, which seems to work the best. I mean, we've been traveling in RVs for 20 years. This stuff seems to work the best. And we've tried everything. And once you finally get a product you like, you don't tend to keep trying anything else. So, but that all works. We actually have a drawer in here, so there's some stuff in there. No organization there. It's just there. Okay. What else? What else do we have? Our little tips and tricks. We do have one. I bought this little box for Mike because things kept falling off his little end table onto the ground. And of course, when you bring the slides in, if it's something on the ground that you don't know is there, it gets eaten. Could cause all kind of damage. So I put a little box and I actually velcroed it down so it doesn't get moved. And the cats have a tendency of knocking over his glasses and his cell phone, and that all fits in here. So that's our other little tip and trick. So on my side, since we don't have a queen size bed and we sleep in a king size bed at home, I felt this was a little on the narrow side, so I actually made myself a little bolster. The cats can sleep if they want, or if I sprawl over and I don't fall off the bed. So it's kind of nice because it's kind of like a little extra pillow. And I actually made it myself, so that actually works out great. And my little fan here, which I don't usually use, but Mike can't sleep without a fan, and I know there's a lot of you who feel the same way he does. So we actually bought him a fan. It was only like $3. He stuck it on top of the Garmin dash cam box, and that actually works out really well too. Okay, this is another organizational thing. We don't have anything near the door that we can hang our keys and stuff on, so we decided to hang them here. We have fly swatter. We have keys to the RV, keys to Mike's electric bike. We have Enzo's leash and his harness. So we hang this all here. It makes it a lot easier to find stuff. Because isn't it all about finding stuff? Okay, kitchen. We bought, there's 3 of these, as you saw. There was one on the wall in the bathroom. And then we have one here and one here. Try to keep our spices better organized. That worked out really well. And then we have 2, these are actually trays. And my ultimate purpose was to put them on slides, but I think that brings them up too high and then we lose all the space. So I just have a lot of stuff stuck back here. And then we line up some more of the pepper and Cajun sauce and sea salt and some of his other favorite things that he likes to use. And we have that all back in here. And then we grab everything when we go on trips and those things. So that works out really well. And then, of course, we have the usual stuff. It's still a work in progress, but this seems to work. And then we put one here. We use this, which is the 4th one from the kitchen stuff. We use that in here. And below it, here's a picture of our 5th wheel. I don't know if you can see that, because I see there's a glare. Let's see. There's our 5th wheel. This is a really nice 5th wheel. I had 3 slides. And we bought it in 2005, brand new. It had the most fabulous floor plan. We loved it. That's actually what we came down to Texas in 2013. Awesome trailer. The truck, not so much, because that was a 2005 F350, the one with the really bad engine. Yeah. Of course, we have pictures on the wall. That's us at Somerville State Park. That's us in our boat, way back when we had money. And there is Mike and I, and that's TC and Tiffany. We're actually standing in the middle of the Hudson River, way up north on 1,000 Acres Ranch. Awesome place. Good memories. All right. Just started covering these things with insulation foam, and it actually does seem to work. I've only done some of them. But then in these cabinets, we bought more of these little containers that the college kids would use in their dorms. These are soft-sided. They do collapse, but they fit perfectly in these cabinets. We bought black ones. This just makes it easier, as you see. Here, I'm going to pull one of these out. Okay, as you can see, it's supposed to slide in this way, but they fit better this way. They're soft-sided, so they don't tend to make a lot of noise. We have all our garbage bags, plastic bags, kitchen bags, saran wrap, all this good stuff. Plus some of these guys. I have a couple extra juicy outlets, more color, but you know the story if you've been following us for a while. Mosquito coils, all kinds of good stuff. And all you do is just pop it back in there. And we've done it to all of them. So here we have some of our cleaning stuff in here, our Swiffers, this being a brush. I had little labels on the outside, but they tend to fall off. This has got all our dog and cat treats. I can't pull that out because they'll all come running. They know what that sound is. And this one has all our extra plastic bags and paper bags that we use for everything under the sun. And of course we have our kitty litter box, which you guys have seen before. Yeah, I have to recover it because Desi's now starting to use his claws on it, ripping it apart. We have our printer here. This is also Velcroed down so it never moves. And I painted this little box. I think I mentioned that in an earlier video. Now I put the bottom, I put that non-skid stuff, I should say. So when you put it down, it takes a lot for this thing to move. So that works out really well. And then I made this pot, same colors, and I have this all stuck down with Velcro too. So the cats don't knock it over, and we can travel, and I can just leave it there. We have lazy cats everywhere. And Mr. Desi Lovebug. He loves this chair. I bought this chair. It's a kind of office chair that could work on the RV, so he wouldn't be so uncomfortable. And Enzo, who's now being good because I put the collar on him. Lucy, who's snoozing. Fruity's right there. Didn't even see him. Now this was something I was resistant to. I didn't really think these jumbo vacuum storage bags would work, but they actually do work. Surprise, surprise. Okay, shrink wrapped. Okay, I should be able to get them underneath the bed. Okay, I think that's all the organizational things that we've done to this RV, and so many of them have just been moved from RV to RV to RV. We had a lot of this stuff in the fifth wheel, and then we moved it to the horse trailer, and now we've moved it to the motorhome. So, and it works. It works. We don't have as many accidents as we used to have. In fact, even with the little containers that I have on the counter, I put the non-skid stuff on the bottom of that too, so they don't slide anywhere. I don't have to keep packing them up and putting them away. So that actually works out really nice too. I even did that with the coffee pot. I put some non-stick stuff on the bottom of it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we don't have to put that away either. Now maybe on motorhome we don't have to do that, but we did it in the horse trailer, and we did it in the fifth wheel, because there's no fun coming back after a long travel day and find out there's everything all over the place. So it worked there, it worked great there, it worked great here. Today we are going to install the Starlink. We got a brand new Starlink. It's generation 3. Turns out that we can permanently mount this on the roof. So that means we could actually use it while we're in motion, while we're actually driving. This would be so fantastic. And we wouldn't have to put it up on the pole every time that we stop. So come join us on our adventure. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to see what we're up to next. Ring that notification bell to tune into our next video, usually out every Saturday morning. Please leave a comment too. We would love to hear from you guys. Have a good one.